Hey, I need an oil change done on a Huracan.
Comes out to about $36.69 and 82 cents.
You're saying 3,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I bought one of my dream cars just over 10 months ago, and unfortunately, I have severely neglected the maintenance on my Huracan. The first thing I need to figure out is an alignment.
Good morning, thanks for calling Lamborghini.
Hey, we're looking at getting an alignment done on a 2017 Huracan.
Absolutely, give me just a second.
The alignment's right at $1,000 exactly.
$1,000, okay. $1,000 by the dealer to get the car aligned. Now that's a little too rich for my blood, so I'm gonna do it the cheaper way. Think it'll fit? I figured.
Oh, that's my crib. You're gonna break off the board.
We finally got her up on the lift. So there is the current specs untouched. Toe on the right side is a little more than the left, as well as the camber. So we'll get this dialed in, and old girl should be driving a little bit better. Hey, I need an oil change done on a Huracan. Yeah, I was just looking to get a quote on it. It's a 2016 610-4.
Absolutely. Let's see here. So oil change on a Huracan comes out to about $36.69 and 82 cents.
36.69. You're saying 3,000? 669?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How far booked out are you guys?
Honestly, if you wanted to come in sometime this upcoming week, we can get you in.
Thank you.
You got it.
At first I thought he meant like $36. $3,600 for an oil change. How do people afford these cars? I'm gonna have to do it myself. There's no way that's right.
How may I help you?
Hi, I'm looking for an oil filter.
An oil filter? Yeah, for what kind of vehicle?
It's a 2016 Lamborghini Huracan.
Oh, a Lambo? I don't know if we're gonna have that. Yeah, no, unfortunately not. Most of the time, it's like a dealer thing. They usually don't want you working on the vehicle.
Yeah, well, they told me an oil change was $3,600. I'll do it myself.
$3,600? Good luck with that.
Thank you, bye. So my boys at O'Reilly's do not have a oil filter for the Huracan. I'm sure a Audi R8 V10 filter is going to be the same. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start getting the oil drained on the car. And then as it's draining, I'll go run to the dealer, pick up a new OEM filter, and then we can come back and do our oil change. Well, to start, we don't have access to anything. There's a bunch of paneling in the way, and it looks like about probably 50 different screws we need to take off to gain access to the bottom of the motor. Three panels later, we now have access to the bottom of the engine. I did some research online. There's actually 8 total drain plugs to drain the oil out of this thing. I found all the plugs. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Picked up our oil and a filter for a total of $120. Let's go ahead and get this filter swapped out, and we can add some oil, fire up the car, make sure everything's good to go, make sure we don't have any leaks, and get these skid plates back on. So in total, the motor holds 9 quarts of oil, but what they say to do is put in 6 quarts, fire it up, let it run for 30 seconds, shut it off, put in the additional 3 quarts, fire it up, shut it off, and then check the oil on the dipstick. So that's what we're doing. The oil change is now done. All the maintenance that we needed to do is now done, and we saved ourselves $3,500 by doing the oil change ourselves, which means that's $3,500 that we can put toward mods. No day in the shop is a complete day without some sort of modification on whatever car that we're working on, and today's mod is super sick. I've been waiting on this thing for a bit now, and I am geeked to finally be able to get this thing on the car. You guys ready for this? Are you ready for this? Oh boy, this is insane. Steering wheel was always something I was a little bit confused with about the inside of the Huracan. They went all out on everything else. Yellow stitch on the door panels, on the seats, on the dash, as you guys can see, but the steering wheel is plain Jane. This is gonna be a perfect match. Flat bottom, full carbon, Alcantara on the sides, which will match the Alcantara headliner. Nice little yellow stripe up top. This is exactly what the inside of this thing needed. I always like to disconnect the battery before messing with any airbag stuff. It looks like the airbag comes out of this thing pretty simple. In order to unclip the airbag, just rotate the steering wheel and you can access these clips right here from up top. Just grab a little flathead, push them in, and the airbag will come out. Now we have the wiring connectors to undo. This one here and this one here. Our probably $1 million airbag is removed, and I did not damage it. Now we got to pull the steering wheel off. That bolt, I have no idea what kind of socket that requires. Definitely not a Torx. I'm gonna need to do some research on that one. I ran to O'Reilly's and picked up what is called a triple square M12 socket. Now the factory steering wheel is removed. Let's do a little side by side. So both are the flat bottom, but of course this one being carbon and the Alcantara with all the yellow stitching makes it look so much nicer. Now there are all of the buttons and switches on the factory wheel that we need to remove and go ahead and install onto the new wheel. Finally got all of the buttons and wiring swapped out. Let's get this in the car. All right, boys, we got her installed. Man, that is so freaking sick. All the buttons seem to be working fine. Thankfully, I didn't break any of those. And this thing looks so much nicer, man. That was like the one thing I didn't really like about this interior. They did a fantastic job at matching the exact stitching of the rest of the car. And of course, that carbon fiber. Definitely can't go wrong there. Alignment done, oil change done, saved $3,500 on an oil change, and new steering wheel is installed. If you guys want to pick up your own custom steering wheel, not just for Huracan, but they make them for a ton of different cars. We currently have the same AZA wheel in the Evo 8, Bobby's Evo 10, and I even ran one in the old Duramax, so they make them for a ton of different vehicles. I'll go ahead and link them down in the description box below. That's gonna be a wrap on the day. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you boys in the next episode. Goodbye.